80% of the marketing to sell your home and the final price you actually get for it is done at the moment you select the price to ask for it. And it's not for the reason you might think. Hi, I'm Adam Bugbee, and I want to talk about pricing your home to sell at the highest price possible. First of all, though, when it comes to selling your home, whether the market is up or down, whether homes are selling fast or barely selling, one secret holds true. What causes your home to get the most money and sell faster compared to other homes has nothing to do with the market. It has everything to do with the basics of what causes buyers to buy. Most agents and many homeowners lose sight of this. But when you properly do the proven steps to sell your home, preparation, pricing, presentation, and promotion, you will always get more money in less time, regardless of the market. It's not luck, it's just the basics of what always works best. I call it the 4 P's of selling your home. First, you have to prepare it well. People don't pay top dollar for homes that they have to repair. Second, you have to price it right, and that's a science all by itself. Third, your promotion online must create a wow response that makes buyers go, wow, I want to go see that home in person. And fourth, you have to promote it aggressively to find the right buyers who will pay more. These are the things you should insist any agent you hire to understand and do. But unfortunately, many agents don't understand it. And I'm not bashing them. It's just that most agents simply have not been trained to focus on this. For most, all they've been trained to do is take a few photos and list your home on the multiple listing service with some bullet points about it, stick a sign in the yard, and expect buyers to find it and then buy it. And here's the key. Your home will sell with that approach, but it will always sell for less money than what you could have gotten if you do the 4 P's of selling your home and do them well. So how can I prove it? Simple. My sellers average a 2.3 higher sale price than the average agent gets, and that means more money for you. And not only that, but my homes sell an average of 13 days faster as well. So what all this means is it works. And if you want the most money for your home, simply do what works and you'll always get it. Now, with that said, let's talk about the second P, how to price your home to get the most money. And here's a quick secret. To get the most money, you can't just set a high price. Most people don't understand this, but if you set your price too high, you'll actually get less money than if you just set it right. In simple terms, what happens is people won't buy when it's too high. Because of that, your home sits on the market for longer, and when that happens, other buyers feel that something is wrong. They think, what do buyers know that I don't, that keeps them from wanting to buy this home? So then they don't end up buying it either. Then, the longer your home sits on the market, the more you have to reduce your price to get people to come look at it and hopefully buy it. By the time somebody does buy it, you're already well below what you could have sold it for earlier if you had simply priced it right. This is why pricing is so important. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, 80% of the marketing of your home is done when you select the price to ask for it. So with that said, let's talk about 3 most important things about pricing. First, you have to price your home for your neighborhood. You see, every neighborhood has its own unique characteristics and nuances, and these help determine the price. I remember selling a home in a particular neighborhood, and the sellers had previously interviewed another agent and were asking about price. The agent suggested a price based on homes that had sold in surrounding neighborhoods, but the seller was smart enough to realize his neighborhood was special. It was a little more upscale, it was better for family and children, and had a tighter, close-knit feel within the community, and therefore had a higher demand. People wanted to move into this neighborhood, and they asked for it by name. He realized this, and he realized he was talking to the wrong agent. That's when he reached out to me for a second opinion. And because I understood the nuances, we ended up pricing his home for his neighborhood. And get this, when priced according to his neighborhood, it was 4.6% higher asking price than the other agent suggested. We were listed for 12 days and received an offer for full asking price. To put it in simple terms, if that was a $350,000 home, a 4.6% higher sale price means my seller got over $16,000 more than the other agent was even going to list it for. That's a huge impact. And all it took was understanding the uniqueness of the neighborhood. And that's one reason the agent you choose really can make a big difference in how much money you get for your home. The second most important thing about pricing is to never price your home based on price per square foot. Many agents will default to this, and again, I'm not bashing them, it's just that most agents are trained this way. But here's the problem with pricing on a per square foot basis. As soon as you price your home on a per square foot basis, you're assuming your home is identical to the homes you are pricing it against. And while on the surface it may seem to make sense that if two homes are in the same neighborhood and they're the same size with all the same features like 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage, then they think they're worth the same, but they're not. Think about this. Assume for a moment you have two homes at 2,000 square feet. One is a custom-built home built 5 years ago with 10-foot ceilings, all the highest quality materials, all the upgraded quality appliances, fancy fixtures and knobs and crown molding everywhere, and on a cul-de-sac with a beautiful yard and 1 acre of land. Then you have another home in the same neighborhood just down the street from it that is also 2,000 square foot, but this one was built on the busy main entrance to the neighborhood. It's on a small lot with no real yard for the kids. It was built 15 years ago, 8-foot ceilings, built as inexpensively as possible with contractor grade materials and appliances, no crown molding, nothing fancy. Those homes are not the same, and you cannot price them based on per square foot. Anytime you price on a per square foot basis, you will always lose money. Either you price it too high and you have to lower your price way below its value, or you price it too low and give away thousands in equity. So why do so many agents use price per square foot to price a home? Well, it's because it's what they were trained to do, and it's an easy way to come up with a price. What's the big takeaway with this? If you interview an agent and they even mention pricing on a per foot basis, red flags should be popping up all over your mind. And if I were you, I would think twice before hiring that person. And the third most important thing about pricing your home, and there are actually many more, but these are just the things I want to share with you now. This is what I call value pricing. Once you price your home based on your neighborhood and its nuances, value pricing allows you to ask even more money for your home based on what buyers are willing to pay more to get. The thing with value pricing is it takes a little more time and effort to figure out. To value price your home, you look at previous sales in your neighborhood to identify what features buyers are willing to pay more to get. Then, if your home has those features, you can highlight them and get more money for them. For example, just a few types of features people will pay more to get. Homes on a cul-de-sac always get a higher value pricing than homes on the main entrances and busy roads. Homes with beautiful outside living areas, such as a large deck or wooded lot, have a higher value pricing than the same home without them. Value pricing even extends to the quality of materials, crown molding, ceiling height, and more. But only an experienced agent can help you with value pricing. And here's what's interesting. When you value price a home, it's not uncommon to get as much as 1.5% to 3% more for that home than without value pricing. Now, for a $350,000 home, that's somewhere between an extra $5,000 to $10,000 more. But here's the key. You can't simply value price it and stop there. Value pricing only works when you do the target marketing that supports it. You have to promote the extra value about your home to attract the buyers who want those added features. What that means is, to value price your home, you have to educate the buyers in the area looking for those features, and that's another skill all by itself. I'll share more on that on another video when we talk about promotion. Now, in closing, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it shows you there's a lot more to pricing a home than simply looking at what other homes have sold for and saying, well, these are the same size, we should ask the same price. And the most important thing I hope to leave you with is understanding that the agent you choose can make a big difference in how much money you get for your home. When you interview an agent, one of the most important questions you can ask that agent is, what is your strategy to ensure I get the highest possible sale price for my home? And if they can't give you a well-defined strategy and everything from preparing your home to pricing to presenting it and promoting it, then you might be cautious on hiring them. Many agents simply shoot from the hip and think that if the home sells, then they did their job. But if you want the most money when selling your home, that's probably not the agent you want to hire. Thanks again for watching, and if you're thinking about selling your home, please reach out to me. I'd love an opportunity to help you.